All right, welcome to the Tube 70 YouTube channel, the home of the 270 Competitive League recorded games here. We have a cruiserweight battle, and here they go, round one. Sam goes into Evangelical, meanwhile Matt going into the Old South with Obama. Our two competitors today in the cruiserweight division is Sam playing as Georgia Meloni, if I'm saying that right. Samuel playing as Georgia Meloni. So let's see what that 35 evangelical, 40 big conservative. A nice, not too many penalties there. That's good. And Obama, big AA bonus, youth vote, but not a ton of great national group bonuses. It doesn't look like Matt will be going there. The winner of this match will go on to the number one contenders match, but asterisks. When I ran the first season, the official first season, I guess, back in spring, Marcos, a member of the lounge, won the title, and he's been MIA. I haven't been able to get a hold of him. So if I can't hear back from Marcos, the title will be vacated, and then instead of the next match being a number one contenders match, it will actually be the Cruiserweight Championship match. Either way, loser goes home, winner moves on. Matt was the number one ranked cruiserweight. Samuel, the number four ranked. There was 8 total. Top 4 went on to playoffs. 1 seed versus the 4 seed. As Matt goes into Arizona, meanwhile, Evangelical, big conservative entered. Florida entered, so going for that swing push right away too is Matt with no bonuses. No national group bonuses. Meanwhile, Samuel's going to rely on those 2 big bonuses. It'll just be he's going to have to make up some ground, save up, state chase a little bit, and swipe because it's looking like Matt may jump on a couple state bonuses here. Let's see what we got. Turn 3, Arizona to the 3rd. Big conservative. Let's see how big that bonus is. It's going to be 70K. Georgia, looks like we're going to see Old South. And we do indeed. Old South is going to be picked up for Obama. It's a 35K Old South bonus. Meanwhile, 70K big conservative, 120.6 total. So massive bonuses there. And as you can see, Obama's down under 300. No national groups there from Matt, the number one ranked cruiserweight, who went 5-0 undefeated this season. If Samuel can play his cards right, when you have a matchup like this where one person decides to go for state groups and the other one goes for national groups, it can turn really quickly. It will stay competitive if the state group person can stay on top, but if the person with the national group money can block or quickly take away certain bonuses, it can be very hard for the person with no national groups to stay competitive, as Florida is brought to the 3rd. Louisiana pressured, Michigan brought to the 3rd. Matt is going to pick up swing state. Meanwhile, Samuel goes to Texas. Swing state 114.5, and Matt will also be knocking on the door of that massive AA bonus. Samuel is known for having a different style of play. I think I would have liked to see him pressure, because now you got 2 bonuses. I think maybe he didn't have enough money, but Matt should have pipped into Some old South states there, or I think just one more, but with the challenge in Louisiana because now he's going to get AA in 2 turns instead of this next turn. Very curious to see where Samuel goes and why the pip in Texas, as he does not have any control of any manufacturing or oil and gas. But maybe he's just starting to get ready to go Cali and Texas, but we'll find out. Here we go, turn 5. Alabama's entered. There's those old South states. Illinois is entered as well. Iowa, Mississippi entered by Matt. North Carolina pressure. There's the pressure we were looking for. Nevada, 1 pip. Clash in Pennsylvania. Another pip in Texas. Not sure why, as Matt spreads to all of the swing states. So a little bit of pressure here from Samuel, but not enough to make Matt jump. I mean, Matt can still get swing by not even defending any of those states that are pressured. Oh, he did pressure in the Old South a bit too. But unnecessary spending in Texas. You don't need to go up in Texas if you're not pressured. And going up a pip just wastes money that you could have used to pressure other states. And again, I'm not trying to criticize Samuel or anything, but if you're someone who's new to the game watching, just trying to help understand what the proper moves would be in this situation. Here we go, turn 6. Alabama's brought to the 3rd. California's entered, so he is just slowly getting ready for the Texas-California move. Let's see if he can pressure a little bit more here. Nothing going so far. He's getting ready for oil and gas. Defense there by Matt, but no swipes as he pressures Wisconsin as well. There's that big AA bonus. And as I said earlier, the state group thing can work really well as long as you can hold those bonuses, because the other person spends the first couple of rounds getting those national groups. If you can make quick work, it can be effective. Not enough pressure being applied here by Samuel. He obviously he's got 600K. He can get Cali and Texas to the 3rd here to open up a bonus or 2. If he doesn't, then we might be in trouble here early on. Matt looking to hold his undefeated record and take that all the way to the Cruiserweight Championship. Samuel ended 2-3, looking for an upset. He does not bring California to the 3rd. He instead brings it to the 2nd, which does not benefit him. New York entered by Matt. He brings Texas to the 3rd. See, in that move there, now instead of going to California and immediately getting oil and gas, which he would have if he went to the 3rd in California as well as Texas, he's spending his raw cash in oil and gas states, which is completely unnecessary, as he's not going to use that oil and gas cash to get California. Usually, if you are going to go California and Texas early on, like Samuel's trying to do, kind of, you want to save your money, spend 800K double pipping in each one, and then get it on the next turn. Or you go to Texas, you get oil and gas, and then you use that oil and gas money to go to California. So as of now, and I've been known to curse people when I do this, but as of now, Matt is firmly in the driver's seat. Samuel's a very unpredictable player. He will play really well some matches. Now we have pressure in California. Colorado brought to the third. Ooh, pressure in Florida. Getting spicy here. New Mexico entered. New York is there. We're going to see high tech, and that high tech pressure might really slow down Samuel here. Just when he was starting to gain a little momentum, maybe. High tech 120K, Town and Gown 101. Meanwhile, Samuel gets Latino and oil and gas for 75 apiece, agriculture for 60. Matt with the cash advantage. Pressure in California, but Samuel also pressured Florida. We'll see if the pressure will get to both of them, or will we see a gutsy swipe attempt here right away. As you can see, the EV lead is already over 100. So it's going to be very vital for Samuel to start pressuring states. Otherwise, Matt's going to get this locked up pretty quickly. Here we go. Let's see what we got. Colorado stays. Florida, no swipe attempt, 200K. Ooh, but a big time swipe in Illinois. That's the kind of swipe you need to change the momentum in Illinois from Samuel. New Mexico held. Ohio entered. We're going to see the export battle starting. Washington, a double pip clash there in Washington. And Wyoming brought to the third. There you see the bonuses. A big swipe in Illinois. Where are we at with export? So that big swipe in Illinois, the reason it's so important is getting that export, holding agriculture, Latino, as well as diminishing the value of that AA bonus. Are we going to see a swipe attempt in California? Samuel did not flinch. Matt thought he would flinch, wasn't worried about Illinois, and had to use that AA and swing money to defend. So a good play by Samuel there. The last couple of turns, turning it around after a rough start. Let's see if he can continue to capitalize. There's the flinch in California, 400K spent. DC entered. Indiana, 2 pips goes ahead to Samuel. Same with Kentucky. Louisiana is locked in by Matt. Massachusetts to the second. Michigan swipe attempt. No go. Defended. Tennessee brought to the third. We're going to see the manufacturing bonus. What do we have in Washington? Washington goes to Matt, and Wisconsin stays. Where does the bonuses shake up here? Manufacturing is gained. Nothing happening with export yet. So a delayed reaction there, getting Samuel to spend 400K in California. We'll see now if we see any defense in Florida. A Michigan swipe would have been huge there, but Matt sniffing that out. A gutsy decision to not close out Illinois by Samuel. But it pays off as Matt does not go to Illinois and instead blocks Samuel in Michigan. I'd love to see Samuel get into this Old South. because right now it's just free. It's just free for Matt. The ones that are pressured are locked. Other ones aren't pressured at all. Because if you pressure those, then you're more likely to pull off a swipe in a big state like Michigan, because that AA money he might want to use to defend a state like Georgia or a high-tech state like Maryland. Here we go. DC brought to the third. Delaware, double pip clash in Delaware. What do we got in Illinois? It's locked in. No swipe attempt there. Indiana, however, is swiped one pip ahead. Kentucky brought to the third. Massachusetts brought to the third. Michigan is also locked in. Illinois and Michigan locked. Minnesota to the third. New Mexico joins the lock party. Ohio brought to the third. Pennsylvania, big time swipe by Samuel. But Tennessee is swiped back as Matt still holds a large EV lead. Export is gained with that swipe in PA. But Samuel needs to pressure other states here. Not pressuring is not going to allow him to make a comeback here. The state group bonuses are even. Samuel with two really solid national groups. But Matt is sitting comfy at 278 with little pressure from Sam in half the states. Do we see a big move from Samuel to try to swipe Florida? He's got export now. He's got agriculture. He's got Latino. All help with a potential Florida swipe. But as Matt's bonuses keep growing, Samuel might get scared and spend some money in California. Again, Matt is feeling no pressure in the Old South, no pressure in Town and Gown, and really, I mean, it was nice, very nice of Samuel to be able to pick up PA there if he can hold it. But no pressure in Arizona or Nevada, and he has that Latino money to pressure both of those states. So hoping to see some pressure here from Samuel. As you can see, the players are starting to take more time as we get to these pivotal rounds. Who will move on to the number one competitors match that could turn into the Cruiserweight Championship match? Samuel looking for a big-time comeback here. If I'm Samuel here, I may consider going Florida. California, he bites on California. That California pressure is killing Samuel right now, showing the importance of pressure. Delaware is locked in. Iowa, there's some pressure, but Kentucky swiped. Up to 289 is Matt. Ohio, there's some pressure happening. Oh, and a big-time spend from both players in PA. Samuel blocks the big-time spend swipe attempt there by Matt. But in Matt's position, even though that block hurts, you didn't spend that much more money than he had to spend, and you're already over 270 EVs. You got a cash lead. So a big block like that can be devastating, but Matt's in a good enough position here to quickly recover and not let it impact his game that much. Let's see. So added pressure in Minnesota. Arizona, Nevada, some of those states we were talking about, Iowa, but he loses some key manufacturing states in Kentucky and Indiana. Matt was going for a full swipe, or not swipe. Oh, yeah. Actually, I think he would have picked up manufacturing there if he would have got Pennsylvania there and taken Indiana and Kentucky. I think he would have taken manufacturing, which would have been a blow. And he probably would have used that money to pressure Texas because right now that pressure is working for Matt. This is where I would go if you have the money. Maybe he doesn't have the money. What would he need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He'd need 500K. I think he could. I'm thinking about going for the swipe. Because if he tries to go PA again, I guess you'd probably be giving up PA. And I don't know how much Florida would help him at this point. Yeah, I take that back. See, I would make a move like that and then lose the game because I'm like, woohoo, I got Florida. And then nothing would happen. And I'd still be way behind in EVs and lose Pennsylvania. So as you can see, I do not know what I'm talking about all the time. But I've had a lot of people in the lounge, very grateful, that have helped me learn this game quickly. And here we go, turn 13, Arizona locked in. See the importance of pressure there. Connecticut goes to Samuel. Is he going for a high-tech swipe? Iowa, big time spend, but nothing going. Kansas goes to Samuel. Pressure in Maryland. I like it. We're seeing some ballot push, I think. Goes to Samuel. Pressure in New Hampshire. We got a clash in New Jersey. That's going to be an important one. New Jersey's always a late round. And the big spend in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania is locked, as we did see a ballot push. But even though it's not going to ballot, it's still a great move by Matt because he already had the EV lead, and now his EV lead is even bigger, 150 more. Let's see. So yeah, the New Jersey clash saved the ballot, I believe. Yeah, we definitely have enough states locked in. So that New Jersey clash keeps Samuel alive for the time being. See, now would be a deadly time to go to Florida because now that PA is locked, Matt does not have a lot of other places to go with that money unless you really think he's going to go to Iowa or New Hampshire or Nevada, which is realistic. Again, I'm trying to swipe Florida, and I don't think that be beneficial. See, I can't stop it. Can't stop from making bad decisions. What Samuel needs to do here is he needs to pressure every state he can. Even consider maybe double pipping to swipe. That's always a good move to chip away, which some players know how to block that. Turn 14 could be the last turn before the ballot. This game developed quickly. I did a stream in the lounge. Was it yesterday? I think so. 2 days ago. A heavyweight match. And it was a heck of a match. Really fun one. But that match, I think, went a little over an hour and went to turn 20. This game, not even at the half-hour mark. And there's that double pit block, a veteran move by a newer player here, Matt. Matt has learned the game very quickly and having a good turn 14 here so far as he blocks Hawaii as well, and Idaho. He must have played Sam enough to know that that could happen. Or maybe he just does it every time. Maryland! Swipe! Are we going to see a high-tech swipe here? Missouri brought to the second. Montana, there's another one. Another one in Montana. And North Dakota. Nebraska swiped, bringing Obama's total to 339. Matt firmly in the lead. New Hampshire swipe attempt denied. Who ends up with New Jersey? It's Samuel. So we are going to the ballot. A nice block in Oklahoma from Samuel. Oh, but a swipe in Oregon. That EV lead keeps growing. A lot of ground to make up here, and these blocks are going to start Samuel at 0 pips. A swipe attempt in Wyoming is denied to close out turn 14. 170K lost in blocks there, but 145K was spent. So not that much of a difference because Samuel had that one really nice block to kind of even it out as we go to the last turn. Here we are at the ballot. Let's look at Samuel's potential strategy here. I mean, you're not in a lot of states. So just think about that. All those states that are not glowing, all of those states, no money has to be spent there by Matt. He doesn't have to worry about that at all. So what does that mean? It means he can just focus on all the states that Samuel, the only ones he can try to swipe in, and it makes it for a much more predictable ballot turn. That was something I didn't learn until later in the game. Pressuring. I've almost been playing the game for a year, a little under a year, and I'm just now learning to save a little bit more. Here we go, turn 15. Swipe by Samuel. Big spend in Florida. Interesting. That could make things interesting. Florida not taken. Indiana. Maryland, though, is swiped back by Matt. Minnesota blocked. Big time spend here. How much did he spend in New Jersey? Okay, not too bad. Ohio, a swipe. That's a big one, but I don't think there are enough states left. Let's see if he can chip away. He does in South Dakota. No, there are not enough states left, but he does make it interesting with a Washington swipe, and we close out. Wyoming stays. That is all she wrote. Matt remains undefeated. 5-0 in the regular season, now 1-0 in the playoffs, heading to the number one contenders match, which, if Marcos the champion cannot be reached, will turn in to the Cruiserweight Championship match. And to finish my thought I started before the turn, I'm just learning stuff right now. This game, I think what makes it so fun is there's a deep strategy, and the fact that it takes that long to learn, and I play it a lot, and it takes that long to learn, shows that it's a very deep strategy type of game. And in that game, Matt, it was clear that Matt has been practicing with veterans because he was making veteran moves, and Matt is very recently active in player-run tournaments and showing that he is a quick learner here, winning 307 to 231.